Hunter, so good to see you. 55th edition, amazing. And we're here with Doval Bacall, who also is running a film competition. So we have like two very independent festival directors. And Doval, you had a question for Hunter?
Hunter, Houston Film Festival is the oldest film festival in the world.
Independent
Film festival, which yours to produce. The core of yours to produce focuses on the overlooked talent. When you say independent, that strikes a chord. Tell us why it's been decades that it's been running, and what is the secret, and who have you discovered?
So in '68 we started out, and we just had a few hundred entries the first year. The second year we had over 1,000, and then it just exploded to this year over 4,700 entries from 77 nations, including Kyrgyzstan and countries we didn't even know made movies.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's amazing, and they're here. They came.
Ukraine, did you get it?
Yes, we did, and the Ukrainians are here.
Nice.
Did you see last night at the party a girl in a big puffy white dress
Yes.
with tennis shoes?
Yeah.
She's from Kiev.
Ah.
Yes.
Nice.
So we're thrilled at that, and we have 3 entries from Russia that we're showing, but we decided not to fly the Russian flag because that's the country,
Yes.
not the individual.
Yeah.
But we're still showing their great movies. And it's been an amazing run. We discovered Spielberg and George Lucas and Ang Lee and Ridley Scott and the Coen brothers and Spike Lee and the list. John Lee Hancock is a great story. John Lee is an attorney in Houston. His attorney's office were on our floor. So one year, John Lee Hancock comes back with a script. He said, "I'm entering my screenplay." I said, "Great." In. He won a gold medal. The jury liked it. He was so excited. The next year, John Lee Hancock came back with a short made from the script. And it won. It was shown. And he was so excited. Won a gold medal. The third year, a year later, he enters his feature film made from the script, from the short, the feature. He entered it, it won, and was screened. And he came into my office one day with the 3 gold medals. And he said, "Well, Hunter, it's all your fault. I'm going to Hollywood." And John Lee Hancock is now one of the major writer-directors, young writer-directors in Hollywood. He's done so much, both writing and directing. And we're thrilled to have an alumni group, which is truly astounding. I mean, it's literally over 100 famous and successful directors that won first in our award, and they all credit us. In fact, Spielberg got his job at Universal Pictures at our festival. Frank O'Connor, the then vice president of Universal, saw his movie short called Amblin, and he said, "Stevie, my boy," taking a cigar out of his mouth, "you've got a future at Universal." And all of Spielberg's films are still handled by Universal Pictures.
Wonderful.
We keep looking for the check.
Thank God I canceled that 5 minutes. Well, now that, where do you see Houston Film Festival moving forward from 2022 and on?
Well, we like our formula very much. We're very independent. We don't show no stinking studio movies. And we are able to help careers of short and feature and screenplay award winners. And it keeps working. So as long as the entries and the funding comes in, this was a tough year because of the COVID. We lost a lot of sponsors. We had several wonderful little restaurant sponsors that are not even open anymore. So it's been tough, but we made it and we're looking forward. This has been a very good year. Entries were up. Attendance is great. We had 2 sellout crowds at the 7 o'clock show, which was a pleasant surprise. And we just plan on continuing. And I'm going to be at the helm for as long as I can. And then I have a wife and daughter who have been working in the festival for many, many years. And we hope what we're looking for is an endowment that we can arrange with we're asking Ted Turner, and we're asking some other very wealthy friends. Ted and I used to double date. He was married to Jane at the time, but we still double dated. Not with Jane. I didn't know. Ted was such a rascal. But we were at a very fancy French restaurant one night. I mean, one of those la-ti-da French restaurants, and they brought the wine list. And Ted was there with his date, and I was there with my date, and he was upset with me because my date was better looking than his date. So he was really upset.
I like that.
So
what exactly are you doing with Ted Turner?
Well, Ted, we've asked him to consider sponsoring an endowment, which would be the Ted Turner Prize.
Okay.
And he would, from his vast millions, he would donate $5,000 into an endowment trust fund. And the interest on that $5 million would make us the $100,000 prize for shorts and a $100,000 prize for features. We would be the biggest cash awards for independent films in the world. Nobody gives $100 grand out.
No.
I mean, Cannes does it, Venice does it, they give prizes out. But we would actually give a check to George Jones or whoever wins, and that would be wonderful.
That's huge.
So that's what we're doing. That's what we're planning on. And with that endowment, that's also very critical because it would be able to pay salaries. So I could actually hire Katie and pay her a nice salary away from her job where she's getting a nice salary. And we would hire 2 staff members, an entry director and a coordinator, who would be full-time, year-round.
With the limited staff, you guys are doing phenomenal.
Yes.
You guys are doing wonderful, and we appreciate the invitation to the Houston Film Fest and the special dinner with yourself as the founder of the company, as the founder of the film festival, and as the founder of Your Script Produced Studios and all its brands. We look forward to the synergy, to the collaboration, and to the great discovery and recognition that we will do in the years to come.
Doval, it is done. You have a deal. And with that, I take off my hat.